examined. This I found in you. This I found in you.
Whatever you want, whoa, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Oh, whatever you want, oh, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need. Whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need. Shut that shit down. I'm so tired of it. Yeah. Yes. And if you can't give it, then why hold her? It's not fair. You don't love her, then you leave that girl alone. You keep playing with her. Shut that shit down. Gotta be my brother's keeper. If you don't love her, then you leave that girl alone. You keep playing with her. Shut that shit down. Heartbreak, heartache, that's what makes the love go round, round. Before she gets to acting crazy, stop calling that girl your baby. Yeah. If you know you ain't ready, quit acting like you ready. If you know you ain't want it, quit acting like you want it. You need to let her go, let her go. You need to let her go, let her go. You need to let her go, let her go. You need to let her go. I'm trying to be my brother's keeper. If you don't love her, then you leave that girl alone. You keep playing with her. Shut that shit down. Trying to be my brother's keeper. If you don't love her, then you leave that girl alone. You keep playing with her. Shut that all the way down, 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 down. If you know you don't love her, shut her down, 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 down. If you know you don't wanna, shut her down, 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 down.
I need you to take heed, man. This is your warning. If you're listening,
let me hear you say, oh, you need to leave her. You need to leave her alone. You need to leave her. You need to leave her alone. You need to leave her. Why keep lying to that girl, messing up her world, making promises she can't keep? You need to set her free. Why keep lying to that girl, messing up her world, making promises she can't keep? You need to set her free. Why keep lying to that girl, messing up her world, making promises she can't keep? You need to set her free. Keep lying to that girl, messing up her world, making promises she can't keep. You need to set her free. Keep playing with her.
So you got me here, they can come and watch us here. They gotta leave us alone. Away from the door. Say you love it, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass count, gotta make it last now. Start off slow, then I'ma beat it up. Hate on me, but no. Try to say stop when the beat say go. There you go again, that voice is watch you make your girlfriend go. Come on, come on, come on. You've been waiting patiently, wondering when and where I be. The cousin ruckus in the industry, making this so she can't sleep.
I hate to do this, but no, I have to. I have to talk to somebody.
I know, I've read all the articles, seen all the photographs, pictures of you and me in the magazine. I did all the interviews, and not once did I mention you. Let the billboards walk right by you. I didn't want to make a scene, because we agreed to keep it on the hush. Don't want everybody knowing about us. And I vow that forever I keep my word, baby. But I'm telling you now, the secret is driving me crazy. And I'm tired of creeping around with you. Girl, I wanna be with you. Tell me what the hell are we gonna do? I'm like, oh, 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 baby. We can't let the industry know, because I'll cover. We'll be blown if anybody is or so happens to see. Girl, you've got your career and I've got family, and girl, that's why we can't let the industry know, no. Because I'll cover, we'll be blown. Don't want it to be known, gotta keep it on the low. Nobody, 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 nobody. Girl, we can't let the industry know.
Bet you wanna know who I'm talking about. Bet you wanna know who I'm thinking about.
Wait, said you'd be my shelter in the midst of stormy weather. Texts of you telling me you want my umbrella. Girl, I just don't know what to do anymore. You and me on the QT is killing me slow. And even though I'm a little younger than you, it's okay. And I'm starting to feel that if people found out, then girl, it's okay. But then I saw you up in his arms when nothing on up in a video. I was so pissed that I jumped right up and went straight to the studio. Because we agreed to keep it on the hush. Don't want everybody knowing about us. And I vow that forever I'll keep my word, baby. But I'm telling you now, the secret is driving me crazy. And I'm tired of creeping around with you. Girl, I wanna be with you. what the hell are we gonna do? I'm like, oh, 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 baby, we can't let the industry know, because our cover, hey, will be blown. Anybody is, so happens to see, you've got your career, I've got family, and girl, that's why we can't let the industry know, no, because our cover will be blown. Don't want it to be known, gotta keep it on the low. Nobody. Baby, we can't let the industry. We have got to be careful. If we don't want nobody to get hurt, we've got to keep it private, girl. This relationship to ourselves. No, I agree. Girl, it's killing me. Why do we have to hide from the industry? When, baby girl, I'm tired of sneaking and creeping with one another. Every day it gets harder for me being your secret lover. We can't let the industry know, because our cover will be blown. Anybody here, so happens to see us. You've got your career, I've got family. Girl, that's why we can't let the industry know, because our cover will be blown. Want it to be known, gotta keep it on the low. Nobody. We can let the industry know what we do behind closed doors. Our cover will be blown.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the Dream Team, the best team in the land. What's going on? Oh my God. Sounds so much better, doing so much better doing things. And I mean, the microphone system is off the chain. I repositioned the mics in the studio. We doing our thing. What is that? I don't know. Something came on my head. And we repositioning everything. And we getting it going. Dream Team, I want to say shout out to y'all. And I thank y'all. You know what I mean? Because we going to start this paperwork today. Now, I ain't going to lie to you. I got up around 12. I've been downloading this file ever since. I thought the government was lying. I thought Ms. Bonjean was lying. But when I was told the government was going to do something crazy, they did it. And I'm going to show y'all. So that way y'all know that it's no joke, no nothing, everything. But we got to go here. Dream Team. We got a goal. We got a goal to reach. The goal to reach is $425. Y'all want to know what it's for? Let's go here. Pacer bill for last quarter and this quarter. Pacer bill is $250. And the rest of it is going to go to this program called ECAM. I got half for the ECAM joint and the other half, and it pays for the whole year. Y'all helped me pay for it. No, hold on. Yeah, y'all helped me pay for it last year, because the year before that, Hot Rod paid for it. Shout out to Hot Rod. And like I say, that for that ECAM, for the program I'm on now, it's not, oh my God, it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Trying to follow behind the other bloggers to make sure that y'all see me great and I'm in 4K and I'm doing everything. It's not cheap. Not cheap at all. And I know the other naysayers going to have something to say. They, oh my God, there you go again, this and this and this and this. But check this out. We got to go to reach. I don't worry about their platforms. They worry about mine. I want to stay in the battle, in the fight. And I want to say, shout out to everybody. Y'all know how to support if y'all choose to. Hey, I would love for you to. You know, I would love for you to. But if not, hold on. But if not, I totally understand. I'm not the one that's gonna badger you and all that other stuff, man. I don't got time to be doing all that. I don't. So this is how we gonna rock. I'm gonna put this up here. Let me do this like this. Cash it there. Zelle here. There you go. Y'all know I don't bother nobody, but I always come, you know, on third quarter. It's third quarter time. Third quarter for Pacer. And we always go half. And for ECAM, it's once a year, and we always go half on that as well. So 425 is the goal. I appreciate everybody. Hey. I appreciate everybody. If you can, those are the two paying joints. I also have Venmo. I got Venmo as well. I think I was the first person to talk about Venmo. And everybody else was talking about, oh, no, he's talking about Venmo. But now everybody else got Venmo. I find that funny. I was the first person to talk about Venmo. And everybody tried to dog me. Now everybody got Venmo. So, we ain't going to play around with it. I'm going to show y'all. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. I'm going to show y'all. Everybody's talking all this about me. Why don't they just let me leave? And before I get into it, ooh. Something happened on True Social. Okay. I'm going to show y'all real quick so that way y'all know there's no games being played. These are all the files I had to download today. All the files. Right? These are all the files I had to do. And 109 is right here. 285 pages. 110, 245. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. So, one thing I want to talk about first before I jump into this paperwork is still R. Kelly. I'm lost about some things. I've witnessed people try to fit their narrative into the R. Kelly microscope. And these are people that I used to be friends with, that I once called friend. But now I have to sit back and wonder, what was their agenda from day one? And the reason why I say that is because when you look at what Robert Sylvester Kelly is charged with, right? What they trying to fit in the narrative do not fit the charges. So you can't sit back and say Robert Sylvester Kelly is this and that, but he haven't been charged with this and that. Make it make sense. And then when I sit back and I listen and I analyze a lot of things, I see that not only do they try to make it seem like that R. Kelly is this bad person, but they camouflage who they really are. And in camouflaging who they really are, they get defensive when you pull out who they really are. Here's my thing. Why get defensive? If you are who you are, then be who you be. If you are proud of who you are, then be who you be. That's all. If you said God made you a certain way, then you be the way that God made you, that you believe that he made you. So, they put in a narrative, oh, Aaliyah was a child. Aaliyah got taken advantage of Rob. Aaliyah this, Aaliyah that. So I got a question. We early in the morning, I'm scrolling on YouTube and I come across Angie Walker's channel. I didn't know she was live, but then Audria was up there. And Audria was speaking her mind. As I listened to the dialogue between women, I start dissecting some things. Angie Walker has never said that she's for or against R. Kelly. Angie Walker have hung with the R. Kelly side and hung with the non-R. Kelly side. Right? Cool. So a person that lets you know who they are and what they're about from day one, you can't expect for them to be anything different. However, the mystery was Audria. First of all, where did she come from? Why is she so knowledgeable? Why her points of view is this way and everybody else's feel that way? Now, I don't get in between women fights. I don't do that. But what I do know and what I do is I listen. Now, I've seen or I've heard that Audrey jumped on different channels and she's speaking her mind. And not all, but some of them channels in the chat, I mean, some of the subs in the chat, I'm looking at the way they are responding and they keying off of the channel that they on. So I seen some people say, oh yeah, she's slow, she's stupid, she delusional, she this, she that. But she's giving you points that you haven't touched on. And then when I heard her and Angie going back and forth, I love that. Angie said that she's a lawyer. Okay? You got a young lady that's challenging everything. Not challenging Angie's professionalism as a lawyer, but she's challenging the psyche of what's going on. She's challenging what everybody is seeing. She's challenging the certain things that Miss Angie was saying. Because a lot of things that Angie was saying, Angie was reading from the script. So what a lot of people, hey, shout out to everybody that's here, but I'm sorry, shout out to everybody that's here. How y'all doing? I see all your questions. I'm going to get to all that. Angela put a good one up there. But she's challenging the paperwork, and Angie was getting mad. It was funny because Angie was like, I don't want to keep repeating. I don't want. And it was frustrating her. Matter of fact, Audrey was just quiet and calm. It made me laugh. And then when them crazy people came in, I got up the chat. Angie said something that tripped me out. And she said, well, Audrey dated in the chat. Put his link in the chat. If you want to go over there with the conspiracy theorists and then go over there. Well, here's the thing. Everything that people call a conspiracy theorist about me came out to be true. So I thank Angie for that. Because to be called a conspiracy theorist, know that I'm a truth teller. Because sooner or later it's going to come out to be what? True. So I sit back and I laugh at certain things now. Because, you know, they talked about Aaliyah was this by Rob, was that by Rob. Let's go down the tree. Before Leah dealt with Rob on a friendship level, like I told y'all, she was teaching him how to read and write. They were friends. But people wanted to make it more than what it is. You know what I mean? People wanted to make it a sexual relationship. Why? Because you have a lady that come out and sing a song called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number that's produced by the guy that tell you to take off your clothes and baby come on. Turn down the light and girl is on. Now that we are all alone, I just want you to sex me. And then turn around and give you a countdown of 12 ways. And give you a countdown of 12 ways to having sex. So, mosquito gone now. So, the first thing they assume is that, what up, J-Rock? And the first thing that people assume is, oh, they gotta be having sex. Because you got a guy that's telling you to take off your clothes and give me that honey love and telling you to 12 play and this and this and this and this. That's what he's doing. And then she telling you age ain't nothing but a number. So I know they gotta be having sex. Pump your brakes. Before that was Robert, there was a guy by the name of Sean Carter. A lot of y'all call him Jay-Z. Some of y'all call him Hove. So before Rob, there was Sean Carter. Then she was only friends with Rob. But during that time that she was friends with Rob, and I know what they're going to say, oh, his lawyer came out and said that he messed with Aaliyah. His lawyer came out and said that he married her and this and this and this and this and this and this. Let me ask you this question. For the scholars. When you marry somebody, as Audrey said, and you go to the court and it's filed, it's a case number. There's never been a case number. What up, Judah? Hey, Miss Hot Pink. Hey, Miss Shirley. There's never been a case number. Which means it was a faulty marriage certificate. Which means, and which should tell you this, if the marriage certificate is faulty, maybe it was just a publicity stunt, as DanaJay been telling you from day one. That Barry Hankerson used to blackmail Rob because Rob left him alone. But maybe it was a publicity stunt to promote Aaliyah's album. Because y'all heard him say that when Rob wrote the first album, sales jumped off the chart. The second album, they had a hard time getting people to write on that and to produce it because nobody wanted to come behind R. Kelly because they knew they couldn't do it. But then I'm going to give you a little secret. It's a little dude I know that's real cool with me. He sang with a group called 112. He go by the stage name of Q Parker. So during the time that y'all tried to put Rob with Leah, Q was messing with Leah. See, and I tried to stay off this path, but now the truth will set you free. Every interview that she done live, while she was alive, she told you, me and Rob, is no sexual thing going on. We are not an item. Y'all choose to overlook that. So when she was with Q, she was still saying, man, Rob ain't an item. Leah got mad because Rob got married. And some people like, see, if she wasn't messing with him, she wouldn't have got mad when he got married. No. Leah was under the guise that Drea was going to cut off their friendship. When in actuality, it was Barry. that cut off the friendship with the blackmailing. So Q and Leah broke up and she went to Dame. But from Mr. Dame himself, why did he hate R. Kelly so much? And the camouflage would be because he touched Leah. But if you notice, Dame never said that while Leah was living. It always came about once Leah left. Then Dame had all this rumorville stuff to talk about. But now that it has calmed down, I want y'all to hear, not from me, but out of Dame's mouth, the truth of what's really going on. Check this out.
One time, she was, I guess we had the same bookkeeper, and I walked past, and the thing about Aaliyah was like every time I saw her, she looked different. So she had different looks every time, and I was like, who the fuck is that? And then I realized it was Aaliyah, and then I just threw my A game, and then, you know, I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then it got brought up, and I was like, fuck both of y'all. But it never worked out for them, and we were both like trying to get at her. I like kind of eased up, but then we ran into each other. It's a long story.
So you and Jay was both getting at Aaliyah. Obviously,
everybody was getting at Aaliyah, bro.
Right.
She was like, you know, she'll go to dinner with a nigga, but she wasn't going to just be smashing. So that was like the big deal, like who could get with Aaliyah.
Hold up. She would go to dinner with a nigga, but you wouldn't be smashing. So what make R. Kelly so different? If Dame just said she would go to dinner with a nigga, but you ain't just smashing. wouldn't Shorty, I don't know about that. I know that one of the doctors has said something about it, but I don't know if he admitted that. Now, what we ain't gonna doubt is that Rob and Aaliyah had a staged marriage. We ain't gonna doubt that. Because it was a staged marriage. It was for a promotion and a publicity. Because at that time, it was the it thing for a young chick to be with an older guy. So, Leah ain't trust nobody else. And Rob was already in the camp. So, hey, Rob the hottest thing out here. So put the hottest woman and pair her with the hottest male. And then, when you put them two together, hey, it's a publicity stunt. It was for record sales. But Barry Hankerson took it to the next level, times 30. Oh, you gonna fire me? And I got my niece coming up the ranks? And I can't scheme off you no more? Well, I'll put the marriage certificate out there as a real certificate. I got Demetrius Smith, who's scared of me, who will do anything I tell him to do. Demetrius, you go get that done. That's why Aaliyah sued Mr. Orr and Cook County. But hold on. Y'all saying she was underage, right? Show me one underage person or man or woman in whichever diameter you wanted to fall into. Human being, person, man or woman. So I gave you all three. Show me one underage man or woman, human being or person that can file a lawsuit in federal court without their parents or without their mother or father. J-Rock, facts. I can prove it too. I've proved it on many occasions. Show me one underage man or woman, human being or person that can file a lawsuit in federal court without their parents. You can't find none. You can't find not one. So when the question come up, did you marry Aaliyah, Robert? He can't say no. So what he gonna say is, it was a publicity stunt. It was for record sales. That's it. It wasn't no real life thing. But you have people that want to run with that. Oh, she was 14. Let me let you know something about industry age. If you go look up on my IMDb, it's going to clearly tell you I'm 22 years old. You get 2 ages in the industry. What do you mean? You get 2 birthdays in the industry. What do you mean? Your regular life becomes non and void when you enter the arts. They give you an age on the account of how you look and what you can pass by. Then they give you a birth date not too far from your birth date because they don't want people to know your original birth date. Wow. So if Kanik and them would have brought that avenue in, it would have opened the eyes to everybody. Like, okay, you getting to a point. At the end of the day, here's my question. If everybody was trying to get at Leah, and if Jay was shooting his shot, if Nas was shooting his shot, if Q was already there, and Dane got there later, why is it such an issue when Rob is just a friend? But hold on. Let's look at it. Let's figure out what Dane talking about.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but like,
was he bitter?
Obviously. Yeah, he felt the way.
The true reason of Rockefeller's breakup.
But that's, everybody knows that shit. Like we were both. I
heard it, but I didn't.
Yeah, but what they be trying to act like he was like really fucking with. Nah, he was sending flowers and doing all the shit that nigga. He was courting her, so we were both going hard, and we ended up in the same house 4th of July. So we were, for some reason this day.
Wait a minute, you, Jay, and Aaliyah ended up in the same house.
Yeah,
that's funny.
So it was like one day it might lean toward him, and then it would lean toward me. But I was just on fire that week. Like I was just everything I was saying was funny. You know what I'm saying? It was like, and I remember coming downstairs, like, you know, it happened. He was like, like, you know, this is gonna be hard for me, because he was like, his friends were laughing at him and shit. I didn't look at her like that because she was like a tomboy. She was little to me. But then one time she was I guess we had the same bookkeeper, and I walked past, and the thing about Aaliyah was like every time I saw her, she looked different. So she had different looks every time, and I was like, who the fuck is that? And then I realized it was Aaliyah, and then I just threw my A game. And then, you know, I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then it got brought up, and I was like, fuck both of y'all. But it never worked out for them, and we were both like trying to get at her. I like kind of eased up, but then we ran into each other. It's a long story.
So you and Jay was both getting at Aaliyah. Obviously,
everybody was getting at Aaliyah, bro.
Right.
She was like, you know, she'll go to dinner with a nigga, but she wasn't going to just be smashing. So that was like the big deal, like who could get with Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? Was he bitter? Obviously. Yeah, he felt the way.
The true reason of Rockefeller's breakup.
But that's everybody knows that shit. Like we were both.
I heard it, but I didn't.
Yeah, but what they be trying to act like he
mind.
was like really fucking with. Nah, he was sending flowers and doing all the shit that nigga. He was courting her, so we were both going hard, and we ended up in the same house 4th of July. So we were, for some reason this day.
Wait a minute, you, Jay, and Aaliyah ended up in the same house.
Yeah,
that's funny.
So it was like one day it might lean toward him, and then it would lean toward me. But I was just on fire that week. Like I was just everything I was saying was funny. You know what I'm saying? It was like, and I remember coming downstairs.
So I have a question. Dane said something very powerful. He said everybody was trying to get with Leah. So everybody had to do what they had to do to make their voice heard. Even if that means lying on Robert Sylvester Kelly to make sure he's never attached to Aaliyah in that type of manner. Okay, ATV, that's cool. So I laugh at when people talk about, oh yeah, he married Leah, he did this. Man, get them likes up. Get them likes up. And don't forget, we got a goal to reach at 425, y'all. Let's go. I got sent something, right? Now, I have read paperwork after paperwork after paperwork. And I've never seen what y'all about to see. Old Cove's whole objective is to make Robert look like the scum of the earth. Now, I know I'm going to come under attack for this because I'm about to go there. So, I got sent this. Y'all know who it's from. One of the #1 Robert haters there is. And it says, please understand this. R. Kelly is a hebephiliac. Right? So when you look at what hebephilia is, right? Hebephilia is the strong, persistent sexual interest by adults in pubescent children who are in early adolescence, typical ages 11 through 14, and showing Tanner stages 2 to 3 of physical development. It differs from pedophilia. The primary or exclusive sexual interest in prepubescent children, and from aphobephilia, the primary sexual interest in later adolescence, typically ages 15 through 19, while individuals with a sexual preference for adults may have some sexual interest in pubescent age individuals. Researchers and clinical diagnosis have proposed that hebephilia is characterized by a sexual preference for pubescent rather than adult partners. Key phrase, preference for pubescent rather than adult partners. Right? Then it says, hebephilia is approximate in its age range because the onset and completion of puberty vary. On average, girls begin the process of puberty at the age 10 or 11, while boys begin at age 11 or 12, partially because puberty varies. Some definitions of chronophilia's sexual preference for a specific psychological appearance related to age show overlap between pedophilia hebephilia and ephobophilia. For example, the DSM-5 extends the prepubescent age to 13, and the ICD-10 includes early pubertal age in its definition of pedophilia. So I'm going to go back up. And it says, researchers and clinical diagnoses have proposed that hebephilia is characterized by a sexual preference for pubescent rather than adult partners. So I'm going to go here. This is why I say just because you got lips don't mean you should talk. Just because you hate somebody, you shouldn't jump out there talking bullshit. I'm going to go here. It clearly states for the slow people, and I'm going to go here, for the wannabe victims that want attention, you're going to get it today. Because it clearly states that researchers and clinical diagnoses have proposed that hebephilia, what you trying to say that's what Rob is or has, is characterized by a sexual preference for pubescent rather than adult partners. That can't be true. Because if that's the case, explain Kitty. She wasn't 19 or under. Explain Drea. Explain Jonjolin. Explain the others. The problem that y'all have is that y'all trying to attach things to a man that love having sex. So if Robert have hebephilia, right? Is it safe to say that all of y'all are trisexuals? Because 9 out of 10 of y'all are screwing men and women and still is either married or engaged to a man. But that man can't fulfill your sexual desires. So what did that make you? When you throw or point a finger or throw a dart, you got some more coming back at you. So if you want to attach things to people, it's a lot that we can attach y'all to. We can attach you to being a liar. We can attach you to supporting liars. We can attach you to being mentally destroyed. Why do you say that, Dana? Because anybody that has been violated and don't go get help, you are mentally destroyed. And you're going to go to what feels right to you. Let's make this make sense. You can't sit back and say, oh, Dana, wrong. How? And it's playing out in front of your face. First, y'all sat back and said that Rob is a pedo. Well, in order to be a pedophile, matter of fact, in order to be a pedo, you gotta like kids. There's no kids. Well, now you're trying to say he got hebephilia. Well, they said hebephilia is a pursuant of sexual interest by adults and pubescent children who are in early adolescence, typically 11 or 14. Well, we know that's not true. What's going on, Ronald Pryor? Well, we know that's not true. What's up, Candy? So when you try to attach somebody, You can't attach a word and then hope in the body or the definition of the word that it explains something else. Because you're trying to first you're trying to say he's a pedophile, right? Now you're trying to attach him to hebephilia. But in the hebephilia paragraph, they explains ephobophilia. What is it? Ephobophilia. That's something totally different. Now watch this. Here's where I challenge Wikipedia. Because if adolescents are from 15 to 19, right? Then why are you an adult at 18? Why can you make adult decisions at 17? And why can you emancipate yourself at 16? Somebody goddamn lying. Now which one is it? See, you can't get with me with it. Oh, he did this, and he did this, he did that. Look, I read paperwork just like y'all do. So the stuff you can get with them other people with, you can't get with me. Because I actually understand what the paperwork is saying. I actually understand word terminology. I understand wordplay and trickery. I totally understand legalese, something that y'all don't. So at the end of the day, how you doing, Sheila? Hey, love. So at the end of the day, how can you attach hebephilia to him and not attach trisexual to y'all and liar to y'all? Like I said once before, my theory is being played out. My theory is this. Y'all have been violated and y'all abuser have not been caught. So when Surviving R. Kelly came out with this liamentary, y'all attached yourself to the people that was sitting there lying to you in front of the television. And when they telling that story, that's broken down in 40,000 parts. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. Geronda filming took 3 days just to give you 17 minutes. See, a lot of y'all don't know about the camera. A lot of y'all don't know about the trickery. I do. I ain't new to it. I'm true to it. I know how many times it takes to do a scene and to make sure that scene is right. And if it's not right, cut. Let's go through take 2. Sometimes you got to go to take 35 or take 67. Depending on the budget and the actors involved. Then the music got to be right. Because the music got to captivate you. That's what keep you there. Now, I'm going to give y'all a little trick. Do I think that me sitting in front of the camera night in, night out, when I go live, when I don't go live, captivate y'all? No. I'm charismatic with my stuff. So, a lot of people watch me because 1, they like the content I'm putting out. 2, they just like the way I deliver. And 3, they don't want to turn because they might miss something. And 4, I'm bringing you something in a way that nobody else is doing it. It's a difference. So when I look at the idiot in Bolingbrook talk about, oh yeah, he did. Nigga, you are a basic dude that jump behind the camera and just want to talk. You gotta have some style with that. If you think I'm joking, ladies, go look at Hollywood Next. She got style with her shit. Go to Prima Donna. She got style with her shit. Shit. I went back and looked at Alicia playback. She got style. You gotta have a charisma. You gotta create a niche and stay there. So when you doing that, what up, what up? So when you doing that, you can deliver stuff. But when you delivering stuff and content, you got to be truthful. So no, Robert Kelly is not a pedophile. No, you can't attach hebephilia to him. Those are things you can't attach. You can't even attach ephebophilia to him. Why? Because 17, 18, and 19, you're an adult. 15, 14, 13, you're a teenager. 12, you're a preteen. So where's the lie? I challenge anything that look crazy. So when you got them people over there that's willing to do all that, you got to sit back and watch. And you got to ask yourself this. When their leader bailed, their content bailed. Just like the dude in Bolingbrook. There's only one way to get to them. Pay them no mind. They want attention so bad that they picking with people. Pay them no mind. You want me to tell you why? Matter of fact, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way because I want y'all to see that there's no lying, there's no games over here. The government tried to OD the court. If you pay attention to up here, look right in between the R and the E. You see 279 pages, right? Next one you see 245 pages, right? Next one you see 285 pages, right? Next one you see 132 pages, right? Next one you see 147 pages. That one you see 2. That one you see 1. That's something totally different. So what I'm saying is when you get them many pages, why do you gotta why do you have to okay, I got thrown off by something. Okay. I got thrown off by something because I'm looking at something else. In this appeal, my question would be to the government is why do you got to OD on this? Right? When Jennifer Bonjean dropped hers and there's only one. Hold on, I want y'all to see. She dropped hers, and hers is only 116 pages. So, let's do this math. If she dropped 116 pages, right? The government dropped 279 plus, let's get it, 245 plus 285 plus 132 plus 147 that equals to 1,088 pages compared to 116 pages that she murdered y'all on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to see which one we want to start with first. Do we want to start with the government first, or do we want to start with Bonjean first? Let's go. Y'all decide which one I start with first. The government or Bonjean. And I am going to say this to one stink puss. I really don't like you. And I don't like nothing about you. Hey, Decree and Declare, what's going on? But I'm going to say this. On behalf of your grandbaby, I was wrong for talking about your grandbaby and calling your grandbaby retarded. So I'm extending the apology to your grandbaby because your grandbaby don't have nothing to do with this. Even though you talked about my kids and everything, your grandbaby don't have nothing to do with this. So I'm going to refrain from talking about your grandbaby, okay? And I'm sending the olive branch and I'm apologizing to you for talking about your grandbaby. But I'm going to wear your ass out. I'm going to tell you that now. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. So we're going to read the government first, all right? Okay. The government first. Right, ATB? You know, you got to take the high road with some of that, but she going to get this work later on. Not today, but she going to get this work later on. Woo! So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. This is going to be brutal. This the table of contents. I'm not reading all that. Golly. Jesus Christ, this is going to be brutal. This is a lot of reading. A whole lot. Okay. So let's go there. Let's go there. Now, this motion right here is from 2/28/20. We know this motion don't have nothing to do with Bonjean. Hey, Dennis, thank you, man, for joining and being a member. Appreciate you. We know this. Big Vi said, what up, bro? Big Vi said he had 500 pages of case law. So let's go. Defendant's motion to dismiss count 1 of the superseding indictment. Defendant Robert Kelly, by and through his attorneys, respectfully moves this court, pursuant to Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 12B3B3 and 5, to dismiss count 1 of the superseding indictment. In support of this motion, defendant shows the court the following summary of the charges. Defendant is charged with 1 count of violating Section 1962C of the Federal RICO statute relating to 6 victims, Jane Doe's numbers 1 through 6, and 4 substantive counts of violating the Mann Act, all of which involve only Jane Doe number 6. Do anybody know who Jane Doe number 6 was? Do anybody know who Jane Doe number 6 was? Now, this right here, do anybody know who Jane Doe number 6 was? We in New York. And we not in Chicago, J-Rock. Faith Rogers. Okay. So it says defendant is charged with 1 count of violating section 1962C of the federal RICO statute relating to 6 victims. Jane Doe's numbers 1 through 6. And 4 substantive counts of violating the Mann Act. All of which involve only Jane Doe number 6. So hold on. If all of which involve only Jane Doe number 6, right? Why is he charged for violating section 1962C? And you said 6 Jane Does, but then you come back in the next sentence and say all of which involve only Jane Doe number 6. It don't make sense. With respect to the RICO count, which was clearly alleged, as an end run around the applicable statute of limitations for the underlying predicate acts. The superseding indictment alleges that the purported RICO enterprise was an association in fact that was comprised of defendant Kelly and unnamed members of his entourage, including managers, bodyguards, and personal assistants. The superseding indictment reads, enterprise. The defendant Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, and individuals who served as managers, bodyguards, drivers, personal assistants, and runners for Kelly, as well as members of Kelly's entourage, comprise an enterprise, within the meaning of 18 U.S.C. 1961-4, that is the enterprise constituted, a group of individuals associated in fact that was engaged in and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce. The enterprise constituted an ongoing organization whose members function as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of the enterprise. So I'm going to ask this question. Who was the enterprise? Who was the enterprise? And what did they do to Faith? So when people jumped on here talking about Don is the muscle and Don this and giving him interviews, wait a minute. The only person that did something to Faith through foreign commerce was who? Don Russell. And then said Robert told him to do it. So where's the enterprise? Like I told y'all, they used every channel on YouTube, excluding me, excluding Prima Donna, to charge Robert. Why do you say that, Dana? I didn't have an interview with Don Russell. Don Russell ain't come on my channel pulling out naked pictures and photographs and stuff like that, and music and stuff like that. Don Russell ain't hold no secret press conference about me. Don Russell ain't called Newhouse and Lifetime. No. But then it says, superseding indictment at 1, the alleged purpose of this RICO enterprise was to promote Kelly's music and the R. Kelly brand, which is not a crime, and to recruit women and girls to engage in illegal sexual activity with Kelly. That's false. The alleged predicate act purportedly occurred sporadically between 1994 and 2017, the majority of which bear little connection to the Eastern District of New York, which in that case, this is an improper venue. Which in that case, you can put in for a transfer of venue. And I've been saying that for the longest. But because it was a collective interest, and look where it's held at. 1994, Northern District of Illinois, Jane Doe number 1. 1999, Northern District of Illinois, Jane Doe number 2. 2003, 2004, Northern District of Illinois, Jane Doe number 3. 2009 to 2010, Northern District of Illinois, Jane Doe number 4. 2015, District of Connecticut and Northern District of California, Jane Doe number 5. And counts 2 to 4, 2017, Eastern District of New York and Central District of California, Jane Doe number 6. Predicate Acts 2 through 12 are related to defendant alleged coercing women and girls to engage in sexual activity with him. Act 1 is an outlier and accuses Mr. Kelly of robbing a government official to produce a piece of fake identification for Jane Doe number 1. We all know who did that. No other charges related to Jane Doe number 1, and the superseding indictment is silent on how the predicate act fits into the overall purpose of the enterprise. Applicable legal standard. In deciding a motion to dismiss an indictment for failure to state a criminal offense, a court must assume the truth of the allegations in the indictment and determine whether the indictment is valid on its face. Let's go there again. In deciding a motion to dismiss an indictment for failure to state a criminal offense, a court must assume the truth of the allegations in the indictment and determine whether the indictment is valid on its face. The court ain't never determined either that. They just wanted to go forth with it. In deciding a motion to dismiss for failure to state an offense, a court may generally not look beyond the face of the indictment. Thank you. Nor may it draw inferences as to the proof that would be introduced by the government at trial. United States versus Alfonso, case law. Finally, and importantly, when reviewing an indictment for sufficiency, common sense must control. I'm going to ask this question. If common sense controlled this indictment in New York, do y'all think Robert would have been charged? And do y'all think if the courts would have used common sense, then Robert would have been charged? Love Light 444. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this like this. I asked my audience, which one do they want me to read first? They said, read the government first. That's why I'm reading the government first. Okay? Thank you, ATB. I appreciate you for the 5-piece, bro. United States versus Stavropoulos case law, right? Then it says, noting that a court must review an indictment as a whole rather than in a hyper-technical manner. Quotation marks omitted. That said, an indictment or a portion thereof may be dismissed if it is otherwise defective or subject to a defense that may be decided solely on issues of law. Hold on. Wait a minute. That said, an indictment or a portion thereof may be dismissed if it is otherwise defective or subject to a defense that may be decided solely on issues of law. Stop. Hold on. If that's the case, I hope Bonjing pull this up. Now, I'm going to show y'all why I just got excited real quick. Because we reading that, right? Hold on. I'm going to show you why I got excited real quick. Because in reading that, this, and this. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all from the government where they dropped today, right? So this is what the Chief Judge, Deborah Ann Livingston, and you see it, July the 20th, you see it, July the 20th, 2023, the Chief Judge, they ain't playing with the government. Notice of defective filing. Incorrect pagination. Click here for instructions on how to paginate PDFs. Local Rule 32.1. And this was today. On July the 19th, 2023, the brief on behalf of the appellee, which is the government, was submitted in the above reference case. The document does not comply with the FRAP or the court's local rules for the following reasons. Incorrect pagination. So if that's the case, then that means that the Court of Appeals can throw that out. But what they did was they went and corrected 13, which is this one. Hold on, that's page 11. Hold on. They went and corrected 13, which is this one. And they went and corrected 14. No, 13. It was 12 and 13 that they correct. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, it was 12 and 13 that they corrected. Because 14 is under review right now. And is under seal. So if that's the case, because this is document 14, but page 14 is under seal from the government. I guess from the government. So if this is 14, right? Notice of defective filing. So the filing was incorrect. Now that was Bonjean, I don't think they would have gave her no more time. Well, Court of Appeals is different. Court of Appeals is different. And you clearly see incorrect pagination. You see it right there. You see that? So, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a lot of reading. This is a whole lot of reading. Then it says the arguments for dismissal urged in this motion present pure questions of law that the court can and should resolve before trial. No argument implicates any dispute of fact or requires the court to draw any inference about the truth of the government's allegations. You know, this is the superseding indictment that okay, I'm gonna go here. Because you gotta go back before you can go forward. Steve Greenberg was in charge. And Greenberg wouldn't let nobody else put any motions in except for him and Leonard. Everybody else that brought motions to the table, Greenberg and Leonard took it and compiled it and put their own spin to it. Okay? So, we already know about this. We already read all this, right? Okay. I don't got to read all this over again. Because it's nothing but indictments back to back. And this is the defendant's motion to strike allegations. You know what I mean? It's nothing but the government just compiled everything that they said and put it in back to back. But I do want to read this right here. Look at this case law. 900,000 case law. I do want to read this. The New York statute fails to recognize the right to privacy by imposing a wholesale prohibition. I hate this word. Prohibition on intercourse. Pursuant to the terms of the state statute, one's disclosure that he or she has an STD is not enough. Consent by one's partner is not well recognized. Protective steps are not enough. The law as written requires that one who has an STD engage in complete abstinence. That is not and cannot be constitutional. Indeed, laws confirm a dimension of freedom that allows individuals to engage in intimate association without criminal liability. Bergfeld versus Hodges. The state cannot be read in any manner other than to prescribe a wholesale prohibition. Okay. It does not have any qualifiers. It does not have any contingency. It only prohibits. Nor can it be saved by judicial construction or interpretation. The law does not permit us to take a common sense look at the statute and read into it things that are not there, such as a requirement that there be disclosure for knowing consent, or even that there be consent. On its face, the law is invalid and cannot be the footing for a state law violation RICO predicate. Right? Greenberg put his, stunt on that, but Thomas Fernella is the one that wrote that. This is the superseding indictment, which is 900 pages long. And I got a bunch of these to read. So, hold on. Okay, hold on. I want y'all to understand this. Okay, I already read the purpose of the enterprise. Racketeering, I already understand that. Okay, let's go. Count 1, racketeering. The allegations contained in paragraphs 1 through 10 are realleged and incorporated as if fully set forth in this paragraph. In or about and between January 1994 and the present, both dates being approximate and inclusive within the Eastern District of New York and elsewhere, the defendant Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, together with others, being a person employed by and associated with the enterprise, an enterprise that engaged in and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce, did knowingly and intentionally conduct and participate directly and indirectly in the conduct of the affairs of the enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity as defined in Title 18, United States Code Sections 1961 1 and 1961 5, consisting of the Racketeering Act set forth below. Racketeering Act 1, robbery. On or about August 30th, 1994, within the Northern District of Illinois, the defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally cause another individual to promise and tender to a public officer and public employee property, to wit, United States currency, that such public officer and public employee was not authorized by the law to accept, with the intent to influence the performance of an act related to the employment and function of a public officer and public employee, to wit, the creation of a fraudulent identification document for Jane Doe number 1, an individual whose identity is known to the grand jury in violation of Illinois Criminal Code sections 533-1A and 551. Stop right there. Robert ain't do that. And Demetrius told him in court that Robert ain't had no knowledge of that, but they still charged Robert for that. If that's the case, Demetrius should have been charged. But no, you give him immunity. You gave him immunity, and when I say you, I mean the government. Racketeering Act 2, sexual exploitation of a child, Jane Doe number 2, in or about and between May 1989 and October 15, 1989, both dates being approximate and inclusive within the Northern District of Illinois, the defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally employ, use, persuade, induce, entice, and coerce a minor, to wit, Jane Doe number 2, an individual whose identity is known to the grand jury, to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing one or more visual depictions of such conduct, which visual depictions were produced using materials that had been mailed, shipped, and transported in interstate and foreign commerce in violation of Title 18, United States Code sections 2251A, 2251D, effective 1998, and 2. Stop. Rob ain't never authorized nobody to do anything. Rob ain't never mailed nobody nothing. So why is he being charged for this? Racketeering Act 3. Kidnapping. In or about and between 2003 and 2004, both dates being approximate and inclusive within the Northern District of Illinois and elsewhere, the defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally secretly confine an individual, to wit, Jane Doe number 3, an individual whose identity is known to the grand jury against her will, and induce Jane Doe number 3 by deceit and enticement to go from one place to another with intent secretly to confine her against her will in violation of Illinois Criminal Code sections 510-1 and 55-1. Now, my question would be is this. If Robert had an open door policy, you can come and go as you please, how is he kidnapping anybody? It's good to go back and look at some stuff because people don't know exactly what was going on. Racketeering Act 4. The defendant, Jane Doe number 3, the defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, committed the following acts, either one of which alone constitutes Racketeering Act 4. Transportation, in or about and between 2003 2004, both dates being approximate and inclusive. Within the Northern District of Illinois and elsewhere, the defendant Robert Sister Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally transport an individual, to wit Jane Doe number 3, in interstate commerce, with intent that such individual engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with a criminal offense, to wit violations of Illinois Criminal Code sections 512 to 16 A6, effectively 2002, aggravated criminal sexual abuse, 512 16 A7, effective 2002, aggravated criminal sexual abuse, 512 to 15 A and 2, effective 2000. Criminal sexual abuse in that Kelly engaged in sexual conduct with Jane Doe number 3, to wit, directly touching and fondling Jane Doe number 3's sex organs for the purpose of his sexual gratification. During the commission of a kidnapping of Jane Doe number 3, knowing that Jane Doe number 3 was unable to give knowing consent as part of the same course of conduct as delivery of a controlled substance to Jane Doe number 3, knowing that Jane Doe number 3 was unable to give knowing consent, and 3, knowing that Jane Doe number 3 was unable to give knowing consent. Why they got that back to back? In violation of Title 18, United States Code sections 22421, effective 1988 and 2. Stop. Robert can have anybody he wants. Why would Robert have to drug somebody and kidnap them and entice them to do anything? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Then they go into the coercion and enticement. Then they go into Racketeering Act 5, the Mann Act, Jane Doe number 4. And that's the persuasion, and then they go into the forced labor. So I didn't know having sex with somebody is forced labor. Sexual exploitation of a child. You got all that, right? I just want to see what the rest of this is about, because it's only on page 38 of 279. So we already read all that. We already talked about that. Superseding indictment paperwork, okay? So this is to get everybody up to date of what they was doing, okay? And everything they talking about. And I'm just showing you the paperwork, okay? I'm just showing you this. Because they got like 9,000 pages. What in the world is this? Interviews of witnesses. Oh, wow. Uncharged acts considered for a limited purpose. Okay. Impeachment by prior inconsistent statement. And see, all of that, see, man. Requests venue. To prove this crime, the government must prove 5 elements beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay? Which they didn't do. Which they didn't do. Let's see what else is in frame 1. because this is a lot of arguing points, and this is stuff that they done put out 4 years ago. I just want y'all to see like what's in these packets. I'm only on page 88 of 279. And there's no need to reread this whole packet all over again. I just want y'all to see. So they put all this out there, right? Hold on. They put all this out there. There's no way nobody could have been able to read this in one day. Hold on. It's Canic time. Dear Judge Donnelly, the defense submits this letter motion seeking an amendment of the proposed jury instructions. Okay. That's jury instructions. Okay. This Jennifer Bonjean. So what they doing is they trying to stockpile different things that's going on, right? The government's proof did not establish an enterprise. Facts. The government's proof did not establish a pattern of racketeering. Facts. Racketeering Act 1 bribery. Okay. So if we see this, that the government did not establish certain things, right? If we see this, last time I ate was 12 hours ago. Okay. That's one set by the government. This is 245 pages. Jesus Christ. Oh, this the transcripts. Oh no, there's jury joint. Let's read some of these jury joints. Everybody can be seated. Prospective juror enters the room. The court. All right. This is juror number 6. This is juror number 88. Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing? Good. Good. You know I've been through your questionnaires. And there's one page that came at the very end. And think you missed it. So I just want to go over that with you, if that's okay. Sure, no problem. The first question is 98, but it asks whether you would have any difficulty reading or speaking English. No problem. Okay, and do you wish to apply to the court to be excused? And do you wish to apply to the court to be excused on the grounds that being a juror would be a hardship? No. So that right there, and you have a juror that's saying him being a juror is going to be a hardship, but he don't want to be excused. That lets me know that he was planning. And do you have any obligations, whether they're personal, professional, or family, that would seriously interfere with your ability to concentrate on the case if you're selected as a juror? No. Ooh. Even that the judge has to ask these questions is showing me that this juror had a lot going on and shouldn't have been on the case. Does your employer pay you for the time that you miss work as a result of jury service? Yeah. Okay. And do you have any other condition or need or anything that requires special accommodations while you're at work? While you're in court? No. Do you have any difficulties hearing that aren't corrected by a hearing aid? No. And any trouble seeing if you have your glasses on? I see fine with my glasses on. Wow. This is just so much stuff. The government is stockpiling. Look at this. Nothing but jury instructions. This is sad. What up, Prema? Nothing but jury instructions. Look at this. Hold on. This is juror 145. Good afternoon. How are you doing? I'm okay. Since you have that piece of paper, let me ask you that first. Do you know any of the names that are on a piece of paper? No. Those are in addition to the other names from the questionnaire. So is it still the case that you are a fraud investigator? Yes. Come on, man. Why would you have a... Let me shut up. You got a fraud investigator on a case. This is another stockpile piece of paper that the government submitted for them to look through. And you clearly see that it's satanic on there. Where is it? Yeah, but this is canic with jury selection. Okay. Let's go over here. Another 285 page. Look at this. The government loaded. And see, and this is what the government do. Hold on. The government would try to overload their stuff into what's going on. So that way it can be just too much to read. All right, everyone, please have a seat. Okay, good morning, everybody. Anything before we start? Now from the government, let's get everybody. All rise. Good morning, perspective. The prospective jury is due. So hold on. Not only do they have the lady that coerced Roshana, but now she's part of the jury investigation. Look at this. Wow. Maria Cruz. Look at this. This is just too much. This is the whole case right here. For the jurors. So this was like a trial inside of a trial. This is a lot to read. This was like a trial inside of a trial for the jurors. And my thing is, you don't see DanaJay name nowhere on this joint. Okay. more stockpile. This is what the government does, y'all. They stockpile all this. Let me see. Cause I'm going through these joints like crazy. Like reading this piece by piece like this, it's be like reading it all over again. And that was some long reading. Let's go there. Here we go. Let's go ahead. Kelly's genital herpes diagnosis. Dr. Chris McGrath was Kelly's primary care physician for over 25 years, beginning in September 1994 until sometime in 2019. At some point after June 2000 and before March 19, 2007, Dr. McGrath concluded that Kelly had contracted genital herpes. Dr. Graff concluded that Kelly had contracted genital herpes, right? And STD. Dr. McGrath told Kelly that Kelly had genital herpes and advised him to inform his sexual partners of this fact so they could make a decision whether or not to have sex with you or not. And Kelly confirmed he understood and that he should use a condom when having sex. Stop. This is the government saying this. But Dr. McGrath testified that he never told Kelly he had genital herpes. He said he had symptoms. So here's my thing. If Kelly never had genital herpes, but he had symptoms, right? And the doctor and the government is trying to say the doctor told him that he had genital herpes. Why Faith didn't have genital herpes? According to Faith Mama, she said that Rob tried to give Faith genital herpes. Well, Rob was charged with giving Faith genital herpes. Trying and did is two different things. Trying and did was two different things. He wasn't his physician either. Right, Primo? So the government put this in their little briefing, right? So let's go here. Robbery to obtain a fraudulent identification document for Aaliyah Halton. In approximately 1992 or 1993, Kelly began sexually abusing Aaliyah Halton. Aaliyah. Stop. How do y'all know this, government? Because Aaliyah said it never happened. So what y'all want to do is go off of allegations of what you think you know versus what somebody said. Then the first thing they say is, oh, a dead person can't talk. Well, that's true. So why are you charging this man for a dead person charge? That part, J-Rock. So it says, an inspiring musical artist when she was 13 or 14. In 1994, while on tour, Kelly approached Smith, told him that Aaliyah was in trouble, and instructed him to make flight reservations immediately to Chicago. Stop. How the government going to say this on paper, but in court, it was the other way around. They said that Smith approached Kelly, not Kelly approached Smith. Look, I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to give you like a minute to go stretch your legs out. I'm going to play a little something. And then we're going to come back to it. Okay?
Listen. I don't even want to sing this song. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna talk through this. But I'm gonna talk on notes. But what I'm gonna be saying is the realest. Listen, First, I pop open a can of Red Bull. Then I mix it with some Bell and pour it all over you. Once I get your body tweaking, girl, I drop to my knees and then I'll proceed on this mission to drive you wild. Break out all the candles, oils, and hot towels. I can feel you scratching my back while I'm on top. Damn, girl, said you know the sex is good when you're making those faces. And you know the sex is good when you're going all baby. And you know the sex is good when your body's having fits. Toes curling, screaming out, son of a bitch. Said you know the sex is good when you're coming for the 4th time. Know the sex is good when you can't get it off your mind. And you know the sex is good when you tell your best friend. The room was steaming, I was screaming, son of a bitch. Now 2 hours later, we're still going at it. Girl, from the basement all the way up to the attic. Tease you up until you tell me, Kel, I wanna grab it. And that's when I'm gonna bend you over, girl, and let you have it. Said you know the sex is good when you're making those faces. And you know the sex is good when you're going all baby. And you know the sex is good when your body's having fits. Toes curling, screaming out, son of a bitch. Said you know the sex is good when you're coming for the 4th time. Know the sex is good when you can't get it off your mind. You know the sex is good when you tell your best friend. The room was steaming, I was screaming, son of a bitch.
Yeah, we back. We back. Told you I'm gonna give you a little second. Told you I'm gonna give you a little second, but we back at it. So it says on the plane ride back to Chicago, Kelly, who was concerned and crying a lot, explained to Smith that Aaliyah believed she was pregnant. Kelly also told Smith that after speaking with McDavid, he had devised a plan to marry Aaliyah so that he could avoid jail. Hold on. Kelly also told Smith that after speaking with McDavid, he had devised a plan to marry Aaliyah so that he could avoid jail. And we all know Demetrius Smith said that he the one that did that plan, not Robert. See how the government lie? Kelly and members of his inner circle gathered and discussed Kelly's plan to marry Aaliyah. Aaliyah, who was a minor, was not old enough to get a marriage license. Smith proposed to the group getting a fraudulent identification card for Aaliyah showing she was of age from a local welfare office by bribing an employee with cash. McDavid gave Smith $500 in cash, and the group obtained the identification after Smith bribed the public aid office employee. Kelly, Smith, Aaliyah, and others then went to obtain another fake identification card for Aaliyah, and then to the clerk's office to obtain a marriage license where they had to present identification. Based on the information provided, based on the information provided, including the marriage application falsely listed Aaliyah's date of birth, the clerk's office issued Kelly and Aaliyah a marriage license. Aaliyah and Kelly were married, and the marriage license was filed with the clerk's office. Watch this. if it was filed with the clerk's office, right? Why? Why can't you find a case number on this? Why can't you find a case number on it? Even in court, they said, which was Cook County Clerk's Office, said they have nothing on Aaliyah. They have nothing. No type of nothing on Aaliyah. Now watch this. A few minutes after the ceremony, Kelly Smith and Jameson flew back to the concert venue to continue Kelly's tour. Stop. You know that's a lie because Kelly don't like to fly. Rob don't like to fly. Mm-hmm. Hey, Prima, call him. 404-914-7986. Call him, Prima. Call him. Because I'm lost about something. And maybe you can help me, sis. Maybe you can help me because I'm lost. Something just don't sound right. Prima.
What's up?
I got a question.
Yeah.
If he made everybody get abortions, how is this even possible?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to pick y'all story first. 1 minute you're talking about he making people get abortions. Then you're talking about he went and got this fake ID to get married, to get an abortion. When common sense, wouldn't you use the fake ID to go get the abortion you're making everybody else go get?
That part.
Make this shit make sense. The fuck?
And
they playing.
And then they saying that they were married, but you can't produce a case number.
Exactly.
But is a case number with Aaliyah suing them?
And why is it they keep talking about this annulment, but they never produced it in trial? Ain't nobody ever seen this annulment except Jim Derogatis, and they keep letting this motherfucker keep skipping his testimony on the stand, but then want to turn around and do an interview. The only person that ever say they seen an annulment, Jim Derogatis, but he get to hide behind his whole freedom of the press. But that's why I feel like Tasha K, not to get off subject, but that's why she feel like she can do that same bullshit. That's why they should have held him accountable. Because even if you are oppressed or whatever, that don't give you the right to violate people's rights. That don't give you the right to participate in illegal activities. So hypothetically, he got his hands in this marriage situation. We know he got his hands in that tape situation. So why would the government just keep letting him get a pass? Don't make no sense.
Other than too many people will. My thing is maybe he's going to expose some stuff that's going to come out. And my other thing is people were saying, well, if Jim Derogatis would have testified, him and Daryl McDavid would have went at it. But wasn't y'all prosecuting Daryl McDavid?
Well, think about it. Why wouldn't they prosecute, like I said from the beginning, why wouldn't they put Darren McDavid in this RICO? You talking about this marriage certificate, which involved Darren McDavid and all these people. Why you just gonna pick Demetrius Smith out the bunch to come testify about this marriage certificate if you're trying to form this whole RICO enterprise? And then you make a whole separate case about obstruction over here. That don't make no sense. Why wouldn't you bundle all that up in a RICO?
Because Daryl McDavid is the key to breaking the RICO up.
There we go. See, you can't play with me. The person with the money, if you don't tell me somebody a RICO, I'm more inclined to believe a Barry Hankerson, a Daryl McDavid, somebody controlling the money was the head. You ain't gonna tell me the man gets stipends, motherfucker. No, that don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they don't want to talk about that. Instead, you watch them, and we all watch them on this money hunt, trying to find out where is R. Kelly hiding his money. Then you got people so-called in his inner circle coming out here talking about he got this account over here and this over here. So what you think?
And then here's
all
my
of
thing.
This is smoke screens. And people talking about Aaliyah, she's not a Jane Doe because, again, unless it's a murder trial, how you going to have a deceased Jane Doe? She was a reference to the crime of bribery. So if y'all ain't talking about bribery, y'all need to fucking stop talking about Aaliyah. Let that shit go.
Well, here's my next thing. How did Demetrius Smith get immunity, but Daryl McDavid don't?
Well, look how the cards fell for Daryl McDavid. He got acquitted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know. If you know, you know. Now, like I said, Daryl McDavid should have been definitely in this so-called RICO, considering he the one dishing out all the money according to the witnesses.
This is crazy.
Yeah. But that's my take. We already know. I said this was a janky-ass RICO from jump. They tried to basically take all of these individual acts and lump it up like this is the criminal enterprise. And the thing that I presented to you, I'm more inclined to look at all the other criminal behavior. They're not highlighted. The fraud and shit going on behind the scenes that would motivate these people to keep doing this shit. And then another thing that bothers me when people talk about, oh, he was recruiting young girls and all this shit. Oh, so y'all just gonna keep skipping how all these assistants and shit was bringing people to him in order to sign, or either they were trying to manage them. Y'all gonna skip that part. Like, they wasn't just bringing girls to R. Kelly. They were trying to get them signed. Then you had the groupies that fell in the bunch, but that's a whole nother case.
So let me ask you this. As far as what you see right now, and as far as what you know about what's going on, do you think the Court of Appeals is going to throw this out?
I think the Court of Appeals should overturn all of this because, as Bone Jean is pointing out, they did not prove their case. And the problem is he did not have nobody to defend him. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that people want to keep skipping that and make fun of it, that's a big difference. When what I said from the beginning, if everybody felt he was so guilty, give that man a fair trial. Let that man go in court and properly defend himself. Then when y'all get what y'all want, you can't sit here and listen to us say, well, this happened and this happened. No. Make it fair. You can't tie a man's hands behind his back and then expect him to fight. And then expect people sitting back on the sideline not to say shit. And every time we say something, oh, we defending the predator and this, and that. Well, let's take it back a notch since y'all want to keep talking about Aaliyah, because you ain't going to convince me that this clerk and all these janky-ass people just did this shit one time, you know? So why y'all ain't as interested in any other people that could have been victimized in this whole scenario, getting married underage and stuff like that?
Oh, no, that's too much like right.
See what I'm saying? They don't want to talk about the issues. They don't want to talk about how half these people were getting abused in their homes, and that's why they was running away and stuff like that. So if they became an assistant over here to help somebody out, and then they got lined up to get a bag, guess what? That's what it is. But that don't mean that man was over here doing nothing inappropriate when you cannot prove that, and it's not right for people to keep fueling these narratives with no proof. You just read all of that stuff that the government said, and all that is hearsay. Because who said that?
Right. Right.
R. Kelly ain't say that.
But Ann Donnelly said that she don't let hearsay in her court.
Make it make sense.
But then turned around and said, as soon as I seen his name, I knew I was gonna give him at least 30 years.
And then the icing on the cake, all that stuff they typed up and said that he did, the damn witness get on the stand and say the opposite. And not only that, he did his press runs, his interviews, and we got all the recordings of him contradicting everything he's ever said about this whole thing. Yet they wanted to go ahead and proceed because, again, they wanted to use Aaliyah as that reference point for the public because they know the public ain't going to go and look at the other Jane Does. Because if you go and look at the other Jane Does, then you're going to have questions. But just like in court, you can't question certain victims in a certain way for some strange reason, even though as a witness, you should be able to stand on your story.
Well, I got another question. Out of all these people, right? Why Dominique wasn't one?
Exactly. Well, again, look at how they do it. If it's a witness that ties to another witness that can blow her story, nah, they ain't gonna use her. Because remember, Jolanda Pace told us she was out here recruiting. So what the hell y'all talking about R. Kelly out here trafficking, and you got somebody like a Jolanda Pace who was recruited from somebody named Bubba, who we just gonna skip right past. But anyway, you got them out here doing all the recruiting and stuff. But if you can connect these witnesses to the next witnesses, they try to separate them. Like the same way I did in researching them when they started coming online. How would I know these people if they wasn't connecting themselves through their stories?
Right.
So Dominique could have blew Geronda all out the water and recalled, mind you, Geronda was sitting over here trying to say Dominique was just like R. Kelly. So make it make sense.
At the end of the day, Dominique could have killed all of their narratives.
Exactly.
Including as
from the fake rescue, all that shit. Y'all came out here and that's another thing. So hold on, let's side note for a second since we just had this Carly Russell chick thing. All y'all that donated to getting Azrael and Joy home, y'all might need to take a side note. Okay, pause. Because it was a whole lot of fundraising to get some missing girls home. Y'all knew damn well wasn't missing. But anywho, let's just move past that.
I'm just trying to figure out, I'm just, because everything that I've been saying from day one is starting to show in their face, but, they say that me and you are conspiracy theorists, but, just like the government tried to say that, Trump was a conspiracy theorist, but everything that Trump said is coming to light. Just like us, everything that we say is coming to light. So, huh?
The gag with that is they can say that, but whether they know it or not is I work to debunk conspiracies. If there's a reason for me to doubt something, I'm going to explore it. I'm going to research it. I'm going to try to get to the bottom of it. I'm not going to sit here like the common Negro, just keep gossiping about what I think, what I thought, and all this other bullshit. I want to find out.
And I'm definitely not going to go on different lawyers' channels that I think fit my narrative against R. Kelly and then go pick out words that they say and then try to attach it to R. Kelly.
I definitely ain't going to get a judge on my platform and ask about some shit that he tells me is obviously jury tampering and keep doing the shit. But that's neither here nor there. Then, I was a conspiracy theorist because I clocked every time these motherfuckers get on here with that double talking bullshit. You're not going to be in my inbox telling me one thing, getting on your platform saying shit to make this man look hella crazy, then going over here teaming up with them janky ass Olsen twins like, nigga, no, that's not what we doing. That's not what we doing. I told y'all from jump. Every time you said something, they go try to get somebody else to debunk you. But I thought they were supposed to be here for R. Kelly.
That part.
And every time you say that, they want to say that same shit. But I thought they were supposed to be here for R. Kelly. Well, bitch, stop fucking with me because I don't give a fuck about that.
That part.
Every time I say something, she's wrong. She's a conspiracy theorist. What is the conspiracy? The conspiracy is that R. Kelly is running a Rico enterprise, dum-dum. I'm here to destroy that.
I've already destroyed it and told them that's impossible.
Like, what you mean? No, they made you the liar.
Yeah.
They want to hear from you. So when I stepped in and just sit back, and I don't have to do the live. I don't even have to engage with them. They don't know who I talk to. But the fact that they sit in my inbox and expose each other, then get on the internet and act dumb, that's what blows my mind.
Then they sit up there and just trip, man. This would trip me out. They sit up there and say, just like you said, but they get in the inbox and say one thing, but then get on the YouTube and then say something totally different. And you be looking like, huh? I'm just, man, these folks crazy.
Yeah. Like with the whole, okay, even with the, let's zone in on the topic because we got a little sidetrack. Demetrius Smith, since we're talking about Aaliyah and this whole situation. Now, we told these people what it was, but guess what? They wanted to make a sexual relationship with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. So what did they do? They started trying to incriminate Kip. Every time Kip came on my platform, they all over here screaming, talking about Prima and Kip over here capping. Like, every time you turn around, they trying to throw Kip's name in the mud, talking about he testifying. What happened to that? What happened?
Well, yeah, I supposed to been testifying too.
What happened? The janky PI was there. What happened?
Yeah, well,
so again, they come up with clips trying to edit shit, and I don't know who started putting the clips out there, but the fact that the man himself and you got on my platform to dead that shit, and they kept that shit going. If y'all want to keep acting like them supporters and shit and talking about conspiracies, what the fuck ever. Y'all can keep believing a fake marriage existed if you want to. That ain't even what we talking about no more. We talking about bribery.
Right.
That's it. That's all. That's the problem I have with all these so-called supporters. All these people act like they following the case. Y'all don't talk about the case. You talking about how you feel. You talking about how you think he morally should have acted. You're talking about how you feel like he should have acted upon how your life is set up. It's not the real world.
Facts. But you know, they don't live in the real world. They live in a land of make-believe.
Shit, somebody need to pop their bubbles because this ain't it.
I don't know.
This ain't it. And then talking about man act. Okay, so like I said, every celebrity gonna get hit with that if that's the case.
Yeah, because everybody flew somebody out.
Make it make sense.
So I ain't gonna put that out there. But so you mean to tell me that if a female is traveling with you and you paying for her ticket and flying to go different places, and y'all just so happen to have sex, that's the man act now?
Let's figure it out, because those are the conversations people scared to have. Because again, look at the dysfunction within the male and the women species. You got men who over here feel like, well, I ain't finna take this chick out. She just want to use me for my money. Then you got the women over here, well, if he ain't taking me out, spending no money on me, he ain't worth a damn. You know, like, it's so much dysfunction within our community to be sitting here and letting propaganda keep us confused and at each other's throat because we disagree about certain things, when at the end of the day, if we ain't coming up with no solutions, what we talking about?
That part.
I ain't trying to argue with nobody either. We finna come up with a solution. We finna fix the problem. Or we just gonna leave it alone.
Which one is there to do?
Shit, right now I just be like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna leave this shit alone. These people crazy. Like, you can't reason with crazy. But at the end of the day, that ain't in my heart. Like I came in and I started speaking out because I saw an injustice. And it's funny that people want to come out here and act like they the only one that speak on injustice. Motherfucking lie. Y'all just didn't hear me every time I said something. And every time people came at me and sugarcoated and watered down what I'm saying, it don't change the fact that what I'm saying is I'm here for my people. I'm not here for just R. Kelly. I'm talking as a whole. R. Kelly was my example too. If they can take him down in our face, I ain't got no chance. When stuff really get real, what's gonna happen?
That part.
Let's say they have a blackout right now. Take all electronics right now. What you gonna do?
Who? What I'm gonna do? Oh, you know I'm gonna survive. Oh, I'm gonna survive.
Anybody. Like anybody.
I'm gonna survive. You already know.
Man, it would be so much better if we could survive together.
Yep.
But we the type of people, we cut throat.
She said we cut throat.
We cut throat. Especially around here, we some savages for real. They bred a whole new type of people down here. And it's only because some type of people tired of not being heard. You keep asking, like Tupac said, you keep asking, you keep asking, you keep asking, you keep begging, you keep begging. And someday you gonna start kicking down fucking doors. You gonna listen to me.
Uh-huh. It makes sense.
You gonna go from singing them songs, I'm hungry, man. I'm finna bust through your door. What's up? That's life. So with these girls, let's say a 17-year-old aspiring singer was sent over here to R. Kelly, and they had at that time artist development, right?
Right.
They never went directly to the artist. They went to the A&R.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So all these young women who was going to A&R to be developed, were they being groomed?
That's a good question.
The industry's been doing this since I was little. Grooming. A&R development. How many horror stories do you hear about these young movie stars and teen idols and all that done went through the most and still ain't advanced in their career? Then you got the girls coming out now talking about, well, you get more if you don't put out, but that ain't what y'all sending in y'all songs and shit. That ain't the message you're grooming these young girls to be.
Facts.
So who's doing the grooming?
Yeah.
Like, people want to sit here and keep playing these blame games, but like I said, these girls were brought to him to be artists. Some of them, they should have hung that up. Like Birdie, I don't know what she thought she was doing, but that ain't no, is she rapping or singing?
I don't know. I thought she was just talking. You know, I came to see R. Kelly. What the hell?
That's that bullshit. You know these artists weren't work for them. Like, take Cheryl Mack, who had other artists, like Precious Ray. She the one who witnessed this and this about Azriel allegedly. So, like I said, when Ashley McGee came out here with her storyline, why did the government feel it necessary to keep using these actors and characters to keep pushing out their case? And then wondering why people see right through it, who read it.
Here's my thing. Why didn't they go get Precious Way?
Exactly. She out here living her best life right now, but she's supposed to be a victim. All these people that they tried to insinuate were victims just to proposition these fake ass, I don't even know what these people were. They were sleeping with the bodyguards and all these people in the background. And like, for example, Geronda Pace, I told people from jump, why don't y'all pull his schedules up, his itinerary, stuff like that to prove where he was? The best alibi, the best defense is to be at a different location, right or wrong.
Facts.
So she talking about during need, and that's another thing I pointed out with the indictments. You notice they never put specific dates on stuff, okay? That was another red flag. Any other indictment I done read, they specific. This happened on this date, this date, this date at this time. They over here talking about between the months of this and this. Nigga, you know how many places a man could be in 3 months?
In 3 months, in 4 days, you know how many places a person could be.
Right, especially if they driving everywhere.
I'm to the point where I'm just believing that these folks are crazy.
Absolutely. They feeding into their own hurt feelings and delusions.
And it's weird. And it don't have to be that way.
Exactly.
It really
like
don't
that's
have
how
to
I
be that
knew
way.
people were full of it. If you can't just come out here and unbiasedly talk about what's going on, which is something I tried to do until finally I said, fuck it, I'm going to be a supporter then, because y'all ain't going to tell me what I can talk about, what I can do. Nothing. So if that don't show people that every time somebody come out here and just raise questions about it, it creates a uproar, something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Thought y'all wanted the truth.
But I thought they wanted Kels to speak.
Yeah.
But then when he speaks, it's a problem.
And what's funny about that, I kind of seen all this being set up, like they trying to say R. Kelly snitching and whatnot. Why would R. Kelly say, okay, I'm going to be in jail 5 years, and I'm the one snitching. Everybody that was around me, they out here living their best lives, still buying art shops, still out here in people kids' school, tutoring and shit. We ain't even gonna talk about them, but they out here doing that. And I'm the only one in jail, and I'm the one supposed to be snitching.
Make that make sense.
How does that work?
How is he snitching?
So when he tell you what's just a little bit to get your interest sparked to go look, some of these people still ain't went and look. They still want to talk about what he said. Man, I ain't got time to play with y'all, because the man told you where you can go look to find the information. If you think he's talking conspiracy, go read it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we saw it play out in real time and documented it in real time. So tell us we lying when we can match up what the fuck he said to evidence that we got that should have been presented in court. They got a little snippet of precedence put in court. Ain't that coincidental?
No, they didn't.
They didn't? Or they tried to get it in. Okay, that's what happened.
They
They tried to
wouldn't
get
play
it in. Yeah, because and think about it. Why would they when they know they have captured from the moment she's sitting here playing her little storyline of being so ride or die, and then they captured the interference that was going on and her flipping because of it. And then he give you insight that not only did she flip on me, she went and took this money I had over here for such and such that she wouldn't even known about if Tasha K them ain't told her.
But see, they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that part of it. But they want to talk about, oh, this is going on and this. But they ever talk about the smoke screen of it versus the fruit and the meat and the potatoes of it?
Yeah, it was real comical. Like, it didn't take a genius to recognize that they needed one of his girlfriends to flip. So who would be the natural person? The person in the indictment, right? So he ain't got no case.
Watch this. Not just that. If you notice, they always talked about Azriel speak strongly.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get somebody to speak strongly to turn on him, then guess what? There you go.
And what's crazy is you want to paint her, she's so strong-minded, she the special one, she'll never allow this, and that. But now, that don't make no sense. Pick which role you gonna play.
Matter of fact, pick which point you want to make. Pick which lane you want to stay in. Pick which lie you want to tell.
Right.
Now, mind you, he's supposed to have had people hostage, right? So where the hostages?
This is where I'm finna get. That's exactly where I was finna get to. Did we forget what got this man locked up? Because y'all sitting here saying, well, I think he on the tape, so I think that they did do him wrong, violating his rights, but I do think he on the tape. First of all, let's go all the way back to why he's in jail. Because you thinking he on the tape don't change the fact that these people manipulated the public, created a fake outcry, told us some people was missing, pulled this Carly Russell shit on us. And what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna keep sympathizing with them when y'all have found out that they knew where their daughters, grown daughters, were this whole time. That every time they come to the public talking about he preying on underage girls, they talking about grown ass fucking women of today.
Here's my
now they got to go all the way back to the 90s to prove a person is targeting young girls. Something ain't right, because you don't lose that desire.
J-Rock hit on the head. How can you be strong-minded and eat poop at the same time?
Exactly. Ain't no way in hell I'ma shit in a cup and turn around and eat it. Girl, bye. That's some Dubai shit. I told y'all about that. I told y'all what they do over there, though.
But here's my thing. Not just that, right? Not just that. But I mean, how can you be strong-minded, poop in a cup, eat it, and then don't get sick?
Right.
And then the dummies over there talk about, oh, and you just gotta eat a certain amount before you get sick. No, any type of poop that you eat, you're done. If you consume any type of waste, you're done. You're going to the hospital.
That was just crazy. To me, it just seemed like part of a humiliation. You know, people are willing to humiliate themselves to advance. Because again, remember, they said they got all this stuff on video. Where the videos?
Well, when it was time to produce the videos, they was talking about, well, we can't even show that because we don't know about we don't know if this is the legit one or not. Look, if you don't know if it's legit channel or not, then okay, cool.
All I know is they sold a good game to the public, talking about all these tapes they had, all these devices they had, and actually they depended on witness testimony, which again, if the defense was a defense back then, they would have struck all them goddamn witnesses. Even before they got to that point, they would have started trying to suppress certain evidence. Like, it ain't no way. And then for them to come back and try to add uncharged acts, they let you know they knew their case done fell apart. They knew that. They started trying to add more people. And from what I've seen in other cases, typically, this is another problem I had with, in a lot of other cases, when there's multiple victims like that, they separate those cases primarily because you don't want the jury to see this pile up of all these accusations against this defendant. Which is what they did. They marched all these witnesses in here to give him this bad image. So once you put that out there, it's out there.
That part right
that's
there.
That's just like being in court and the jury hearing something and then them saying strike it from the record. They still heard it.
That part right there. I just don't understand because it's like now, and you got folks that be like, oh, well, this, oh, well, this. Listen, I said it from the beginning. I said, they got to tell their side of the lie. Rob, hey, what's going on? But I said, Rob is going to have the time to tell his side of the truth.
Mm-hmm. And I think this should have been an example right here, not to cut you off, but I think it was in the Pauline reading you did the other day when they was asking about was she a virgin and when did she have intercourse with him and all that, and then they objected, talking about basically they didn't want her sexual history question, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all want to bring these witnesses in here and keep calling them victims, but they're not being able to testify adequately as a witness when you're given that cloud around them. You know, you can't ask them certain things, or it's being taken, like the press said, that you're badgering them or something like that.
Right.
But I gotta get moving. I'm finna get ready and drop the kids off and whatnot. I'm finna get back in the chat.
All right, gotcha. All right. That's Prima Donna, y'all. Y'all go and subscribe to her page. At Tiffany. To join and you gotta go to the main page and you gotta go out and go to the main part of the page for then hit the join button. I just don't understand like Rob was railroaded all the way around the board, and you got people who claim to be people of color that's for railroading Robert. I don't get it. Also, let me break this down to you. Hold on. Are you live on the DanaJay show? I can help you.
Hi, Dana. This Big Mama from Detroit.
Okay, hey.
Hey, B.
Hey, how are you?
I haven't called you or came into your chat in a while. Hi, chat, everyone. Miles. I pray that everybody blessed. I just had to call in, Dana, to tell you keep doing a good job that you do. You and Prima Donna, she do an awesome, tremendous job.
Yes, she do.
I pray that everybody that watches your show, Dana, listen to all the hard work that y'all do. We as people, we got to stick together. We got to stop letting these peoples, and y'all know who I'm talking about because I know they so funny with y'all platforms, so I'm just ain't going to say no names, but I'm quite sure y'all catch on who I'm talking about.
Right.
We get so many wicked and evil people out here. We all know. I don't care what they say about R. Kelly. I don't care about nobody all in this world. How they feel, that's how they feel. If we still want to love him, we don't care what these women said. Y'all know freaking well that y'all did everything what y'all want to do on y'all own. It is so sad, and it hurts me so bad. That man is so blessed, so awesome, and so talented. Every song that he made, us all nationwide around the world. I don't care how it was. Listen how a lot of these singers now, especially you ladies, the things that you said, how you want to deprive it down there. That's not teaching these young children the type of music that the young peoples are making now, far as, far as Cardi B music, her music. She have a daughter herself.
Right.
That's a good example. She have a daughter herself. And the kind of music that she makes, they videos, they the ones are the trafficking. Y'all are teaching these young people how to be freaky, how to ride them. Y'all breaks it all down for them. Okay? Let's start there. Y'all can't come with no other music. Why y'all can't make gospel music sometime? Sing some church music, whatever your religion is. Still change up y'all music. Y'all men too. Y'all rapper guys too. Y'all too. Be more encouraged for these young men, the young ladies. Y'all music, that what they making today is what got people's all messed up. Y'all kill me so bad. Y'all hate on Toe R. Kelly like that. Yes, we love the freaking heck out of him. No, we do not believe. No, he did not. Matter of fact, y'all keep hollering about he kidnapped these old wenches. Where are they at? Where are they at? Just like when he did his stupid ass with all them crooks. When he did that video, I felt so much deep down in my soul that I knew R. Kelly have it, and then it's all of this sick crap, my Jesus, that they trying to put on him. But that's what God say. All of these wicked and evil ones, we got to remember, we all gonna see him one day. I don't care what your religion are. It's still the same one God. And baby, we all gonna see him one day. That's why I thank him that he is right there for Kelly every step that he got to take. I never been in jail, and my God, I can't imagine. And for somebody to do this to him, and baby, I pray when Lord free him, all y'all wicked ones, y'all liars, y'all thieves, y'all crooks, y'all the ones I should be in jail. And that old wench, Tasha K, baby, we gonna start with you. You the main one all on your platform. Oh, y'all. Oh, I got the proof. Oh, I think y'all. Oh, I tell you it's innocent. Oh, no, y'all. Where's your proof? You ain't showed us your proof yet. And you the main one told to the world how he is innocent. And, baby, God gonna get you. He's gonna get you, baby. You just evil. You're evil. She need to change her platform too. But see, the wicked and the evil, say love her so because everybody that's evil for the devil and all on the just all wrong sides. Of course they love all that type of stuff. But Dana, baby, you keep doing what you doing, baby. You got your crown on your head, baby. And Prima Donna do too. I just wish one day I could meet her. That she is awesome. She better than the judge, the lawyer, the attorney, the prosecutor, my Jesus, and everybody that sits in them courtrooms. But I tell you, baby, you keep holding on. You keep praying, baby. Because you gonna get your victory, baby. And baby, I pray when God free him, you get them all one by one and name by name. And that other witch, A-Z, that y'all know who I'm talking about, instead of saying the B-I-T-C-H word, I call her a biscuit. That mean a B-I-T-C-H word. You were so this and you so that, and he shitted on you with your lying ass. And you another one. The way you carrying on and disposing your body like that, all the way he took care of you, how dare you can do that to someone like that. But baby, you get on your march and you get ready to get set, go. Because baby, you show better. You better enjoy it now to the fullest. Because always remember, all of y'all crooks that did this to our baby, and I hope the world hear this. Y'all, I want y'all to know, and God want me to tell y'all, because if I can get a mic from the news, I wish I can get on the news. Yes, we do know that our baby did not do all this sick crap. And praises go out to you, Bonji, baby. You doing an awesome good job, baby. And you keep your feet on that damn net. You keep on, baby. You doing a hell of a good job for our king. You gonna be rewarded too, baby. You putting a hell of a fight for that baby. And me, myself, baby, I thank you all the way from Detroit, Michigan, baby. You a bad baby. Do you hear me? You keep your feet on their neck. Especially that Lisa Van Dam. Her. Oh, Jesus, you get them all one by one and name by name. Because y'all get on y'all mouth, get ready, get set, go. Y'all can keep getting on these platforms talking all y'all stuff because y'all ain't going to do nothing to now one of us. Because we going to see y'all get thrown in them jail houses. Because every last one of y'all that was in them documents and all that sick-ass crap, every last one of y'all should be in jail. From CNN, all y'all TV newses too. Y'all wicked self. We don't believe nothing that y'all say. Everything that y'all put on that TV, all of us is not blind. We do have a third act. We is not stupid. A spiritual person, baby, we see it all and we feel it all. We stand strong and firm. That's why the devil know how to get the weak ones. And that's why he go after our loved ones, because he see we a fighter. Baby, we stand 10 toes, 72 hours every day with y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all can believe what y'all want to believe, but we know, yes, we do know that Kelly didn't do none of this sick crap to y'all. Have y'all found where's the ones he had hostage? Y'all ain't rescued them yet. How can somebody be doing all this? He got the right to speak what's right. The way y'all keep laying on him, he didn't still silent for years and years. He got the right to speak for himself.
Yes, man.
Is any of y'all out there in the world gonna let anybody lay on y'all like that and set y'all up like that, and you gonna sit back and ain't gonna say anything? Or any of your loved ones, your friends, or your family? So y'all think we ain't, because we ain't on y'all side. Yes, we are on his side, and we gonna be on his side until Jesus let him walk out of that door. And I pray every single day that every last one of you that lied on him and persecuted him and put all these stories, different stories, and you knew they wasn't nothing but lies so you can get some damn money. Jesus tried to tell you all money ain't good money, but you gonna find out, because y'all all gonna burn in damn hell.
Amen.
I love you, DanaJay.
Love you back,
keep
mama.
on doing what you're doing. And when you talk to Prima Donna, you tell the big mama from Detroit, you tell her too, big mama said, she gave her damn 50 on them, on all of them.
Is she here? You she in the chat? She commenting?
Prima Donna, baby, you keep doing what you doing, baby. I love you as though you was my blood sister. Baby, you is better than the lawyer, attorney, a prosecutor, and everybody, baby. You breaking it down, baby, and that's why they can't take it. Because, see, my mama always say, the truth is what it is. It is what it is. Whether you want to accept it or not, it's still going to stand. It's still going to stand, baby.
Facts.
You y'all keep doing what y'all doing for R. Kelly, baby. Because I would tell y'all for him, and I know when he get a chance, he is not going to be able to thank Dana, not going to be able to thank y'all enough, baby. Y'all keep holding him up. This is what he needs. Yes, we do love him. We going to keep standing for him. I play his music everywhere I'm at. I don't care who look at me. And they know when I give them that look on my face, I wish somebody would walk up to me and say, I know that ain't not Kelly music you playing. They know don't walk to me. Because, baby, I already be in possession. I'll be ready. Don't step up to me. This my box. You didn't bad, and I play on it whatever I want to. I wish somebody would come up to me. I would play his music until the good Lord take the breath out of my own damn mouth. I love y'all all. Miles in chat, I'm sorry I took so long, Dana. I thank you so much, baby, for letting me just speak. I just want you to know, baby, because you are truly being watched. I keep telling you, baby, we are from Detroit. I had to come in. I should have stayed out there so you can hear the people, so you can see, so y'all can hear. We standing for our baby. Yes, I love you so much, R. Kelly. You is God's baby. You keep wearing that crown, baby. Kelly, you ain't saw nothing yet. When God gets you out of there, you gonna show us. And you make sure, name by name, like I said, baby, you get every last one of them. And you start with that winch every day. You get mad. If he didn't want you he didn't have to have you anymore. You mad because he picked somebody that didn't want you. All you wanted was the good any damn way. You need to get your life together, too. You teaching the youth the wrong. You teaching them how to be sluts and crap. But you was so much of a slave, and you was locked in a room. Girl, you need to go sit your ass down somewhere in the fucking room and keep praying and ask God to forgive. Because, baby, you're going to burn in hell. You're going to be the first one. Hey, boo. Nah, boo. I'm talking to the place people. I just told them I wish I was still out there so y'all could have tell them, hey. See, babe, I told you. So they know I'm on fire. Y'all better leave our Kelly the L in a big F, a big U, a big C, and a big K. Because yes, we do. It's still standing for him. We still right here. We're not going nowhere. We don't care what y'all say. Because y'all can tell them last to the wicked that don't know no better. But the ones, baby, that know better can see and not blind and spiritual, we not stupid, okay? So you can keep on getting on the news telling all these lies and stories because y'all turn this next. Y'all all, like I said, one by one and name by name. Hey, because Kelly, he is the man. He the best singer of all y'all singers. All y'all men rappers, all of y'all. He is the baddest of all of y'all. That's why y'all can't stand him. That baby can go to all kind of vocals, different tunes, and every. Now, I'll wait. One of y'all rappers out there, show me if you can do like our baby do. We'll wait. Love you, Dana.
Love you,
we waiting for you. God got you, Kelly. You keep holding on, baby. Just keep fucking, keep standing. Steve, keep standing tall on your 10 feet, baby. Because you still got a lot of hell of a supporters, okay? I just want him to know that. Because to Detroit, we still rock him. Can't stop nothing. Y'all don't control our music, our boxes. How y'all gonna tell us what we can play and what we can't listen to? Y'all don't want nobody do you like that. Somebody false accusing you or something. Don't play your music. That's what we need to start doing, people. We gotta stick together. Stop listening to Cardi B. Stop listening to it and watch how the numbers drop. We gotta stick together, America. We got to stick together. We got the power, y'all. We not using it. That's our problem. Yes, it makes me so angry. Because we got the power and we got the love. That's why they can't stand us. And we so as people, God is so angry too. How we steady coming against one another. You can't call me and talk about my sister. Call her and tell her yourself. You can't call me and talk about my brother. You call him and tell you himself. Let's stick together. This is why they come against us. We have the power. We stronger, y'all, than what y'all realize. Stop the hating and the jealousy and the envy. And when people start calling you with drama, you tell them flat out. Big Mama from Detroit said, call Sarah yourself and tell her. Call Paul yourself and tell her. That's how you don't be with the confusion, with the drama.
Yes, ma'am.
I love you so much, Dana.
Love you back.
You keep on doing what you're doing, baby, and you keep letting them hate too, baby. You let people say what they want to say. Because one thing about it, baby, like I say, who is going to step to us, Dana? Let them talk. Because if you so bad, you hate me that much, you want me so bad, you know where I'm at, like you say, you know where I'm at, you know where I'm be. Because I'm going to still go where I got to go, and I'm going to still be where I got to be. So if you want me that bad, why you be always behind that camera, that's when you know, baby, that's all it is. It's nothing but talk. So don't even God say, God got something for you, Dana. And you know, baby, he cannot use you if you be steady going with the drama. You tell them flat out on your platform. When somebody call, don't even call my brother with it. Tell him, Leroy, tell him I said, God bless him anyhow. Baby, Dana, I promise you in my life, watch and see how God will get him. The next time they're going to be calling, Dana, man, guess what happened? So you see, baby, just try it, you will see. Don't give the haters your energy. Save your energy for people that need you, baby, that do want to hear something about God, that ain't trying to want to see Sarah showing her how you wiggle, drop it, and all this. Everybody want all these so big old butts. Hell, y'all better be watching out because a lot of these men don't want no big butts and big breasts. They want what we want downstairs. That's what I'm saying. Y'all better wake up and pay attention. Y'all wasting y'all money want to get these, spending all these money to these big butts. Baby, pay attention. These men, they're sick of us now. They want the same thing we want downstairs.
Nuh-uh.
So y'all better,
not me.
No, I know not you, son. I know not you, Dana. I know not you, baby. I know you straight woman. But you know, it's some out here now. I'm talking about these women out here.
Oh.
Well, so they always quick to want to keep dropping it and teaching these young folks how to drop it. Make better music. But instead of trying to keep putting lies on our Kelly, talk about why nobody don't talk about beat music? That's not no nice music to me. You think I would want my daughter listening to that? No, she will not. We got to do better. Stop pointing a finger at one person. If we're going to point fingers, point them at all. They're the ones, I call that sex trafficking. Y'all teaching the young people how to do it. You're telling them how to rob them and doing this and how to set them up, how to drop it down on them, and how you want to lick it down and bring it back up. Come on now. Get off of R. Kelly's. Get off of R. Kelly's big D-I-C-K and start getting on some of these women and these other rappers out here. It's what y'all start doing. Stop focusing on Kelly. That baby's already, he's trying to be free. Okay? Y'all done did enough damage to him. Now you need to go start getting the rest of these singers. Okay? Because he the man, he the only one out of everybody in Nationwide got the best music. And that's why they can't stand it. Can't nobody change their vocals or nothing like our baby do. And we will sit back and wait. Okay? Why ain't one of them get up on the stage and doing all these different vocals with their voice? Come on. Somebody talk to me. But all we keep hearing, I can't. What about Tash K? Remember, she the main one too. Oh, I got proof, y'all. He innocent. It's what, 2003? July the what? And we still waiting. July the 20th, and we still waiting. Why ain't nobody pressing her about that? Get off of R. Kelly and get on some of these other damn YouTubers out here that's doing what they doing. A lot of these rap their music. Stop calling the radio station and complaining. Nobody you don't see complaining about that. All they just R. Kelly. He already down. What more do y'all want him to do? What more? You can't do no more damage than all the damage that y'all have caused. Because we gonna love him and love him and love him. So you can believe what y'all want to believe, we gonna believe. But don't keep trying to come over here and convince us. Because we gonna still love him, we still standing for him. We ain't going no damn where, okay? We ain't going nowhere. We gonna keep marching, doing all whatever we want to do. We don't give a damn who don't like it. Because like I said once again, if the police ain't stopping us, who you hell on the street you think gonna stop us?
Right.
But nothing but get out of our way. Either join in or get out of the way. It's their choice. Or you will get put out of the way if you refuse to get out of the way.
That part.
I love you so much, baby. You keep on rocking, baby. You keep on rocking. You keep on serving Jesus like you do. You keep encouraging each other. Keep doing what you're doing, baby. And like I say, when they come with you with that negativity, you tell them flat out. Tell them DanaJay said, God bless you anyhow, and hang up your phone. Plain and simple. Keep that negativity away out of your life, baby. Because God got big things for you coming more and more. You're doing your acting. You're doing a tremendous, awesome job, baby. You don't let nothing and nobody discourage you and distract you. Because that's them just a hater. Let them keep hating. Because one day you're going to make them going to want to be an actor. Shit, daddy made me want to be an actor. So that's how the hater be. They say you said prospering and getting up. God said taking you higher. See, and you go, see, you up there, they still down there. See, and God started taking you higher, baby. And you up there, and you looking like you still talking your crap, and look where you at. I done got up 10 more steps, and you still down there talking the same crap.
That's right.
So, baby, you stay courage. Do not be letting nobody get you off. Keep all your good energy that God gives you. Keep it, baby. Use it and give it to those that sure need it, baby. Keep doing what you're doing. You know God watch you all day long, all the time. You doing an awesome good job, baby. You keep doing a good job that you do. And you doing the movies, baby. You being blessed too much, Dana. I'm telling you, baby. You keep going, baby. Don't you stop. All the one come against you, I pray God keeps slicing them down like he's slicing a piece of cake.
Yes, man.
And you tell Prima Donna, I love her, and she keep doing what she doing too. And she'll keep on pouring that scalding hot grease on they dumb ass.
Yes, man.
Okay, I love y'all so much, sugar pie.
All right, love you back, Big Mama.
Yay.
All right. All right. That's Big Mama, y'all. That's Big Mama, y'all. Man, let me get this out the way real quick. Let me get 3 more likes. 4 more likes, I'm sorry. Let me get this out the way. Oh, hold on. Woo, Big Mama don't play. She wasn't playing. All right, let's get out the way. Let's do this. Jennifer Bonjean put it out there on yesterday. Jennifer Bonjean said that this is a certificate of service on case 22-1481 Second Circuit, United States versus Kelly. I hereby certify that I caused the foregoing sealed appendix, volume 5, for the United States of America to be served on counsel for the defendant, appellant, via first-class mail, Jennifer Bonjean Esquire, Ashley B. Cohen Esquire. 7 hard copies of the foregoing sealed appendix, volume 5, for the United States of America were sent to the clerk's office by delivery to Clerk of Court, United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, 40 Foley Square, New York, 1007. Phone number 212-857-8500 on this 19th day of July 2023. Sincerely, Matthew Misser. So Jennifer Bonjean put it in, and Matthew Misser is the one that, took it in. You know what I mean? That's Chicago. I talk about that tomorrow. But hey, don't forget our goal of 425. Even if I'm off, you can continue to Cash App or you can Zelle me. Things is going good. Like I said, half of it is for Pacer, and the other half is for Ecamm, so I can continue coming bringing you good lives like I brought today. I want to thank everybody that called in. Shoot, don't be scared to call in, y'all. Call in anytime. Do not be scared to call in. We have a goal, and we have a topic, and we are a community, and we should be able to talk amongst one another the way we do. On that note, I'm about to get up out of here. But for all the haters that hate R. Kelly, understand this right here. I'm just saying.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea I want.
I don't like to waste time on stupid conversation. There's no profit in that. So if I'm around people that are always complaining with no solutions, then I'm wasting real estate in my brain for what I need to project. And what I project in my brain is what I project in my reality. So that real estate only has to be for evolution, things that are going to help me get where I got to go. You understand? Help me evolve. So if my conversation with you makes me stagnate, we don't have too much conversation either. I don't have no time for no stupid ass conversation.
See, this is what happens when my back is against the ropes. I come out swinging. My flow, my style, my look. They want my swag so bad, I swear I should write a book. Wake up every morning.
Thank you so much, Queen B. Thank you so much.
9mm flows my rate. Bitches over money, no way. I don't fall in love, they just fall in love with me. Maybe it's the money, but prize of the clothes. They got them backstage at all of my shows. A legacy, yeah, I built it from the ground. But crabs in the barrel, they stay trying to pull you down. Acting ass niggas, I swear I should write a play. How they smile in my face, that's why I say I'll take on all you haters today. Cause I'm not gonna let you get in my way. See, there's one thing that y'all don't understand. In the end, I'm gonna be the last man stand. The last man stand. The last man stand. The last man, I'm gonna be the last man stand. The last man stand. The last man stand. The last man, I'm gonna be the last man stand. My chain, my watch, my diamonds, I would give them all up to have a day of silence. Cause dealing with the paparazzi on a daily, I swear it's enough to drive a rich man crazy. Good weed rolled up sky high. I just bought a mansion and it's on cloud 9. I love a classy chick, straight out of the hood. So I'ma make it rain, baby, call it flash floods. Niggas putting bounty on my head. Sometimes when you so live, they would rather see you dead. Call me hammer, they can't touch this. My whole life has been ordained. I'm going for the fame. That's why I say I'll take on all you haters today. Cause I'm not gonna let you get in my way. See, there's one thing that y'all don't understand. In the end, I'm gonna be the last man stand. The last man stand. Last man stand, the last man, I'm gonna be the last man stand. The last man stand, the last man stand. The last man, I'm gonna be the last man stand. Lord, take this cross up off my back, it's heavy. I'm about to hurt somebody, heaven save me. I'm standing at the crossroad, I don't know
Thank
what
you
to
so much,
do.
Linda.
My mind is what these haters trying to make me lose. Ever since the money, see these demons at me. And I can't seem to keep nobody real around me. You know how the saying goes, it's lonely at the top. I'm allergic to the bottom and that's why I can't stop. I'll take on all you haters today. Cause I'm not gonna let you get in my way. See, there's one thing that y'all don't understand. In the end, I'm gonna be the last man stand. The last man stand. The last man stand. The last man, I'm gonna be the last man stand. The last man stand. The last man stand.
Thank you, Nell.
I'm gonna be the last man stand.
Say you love it, what you gonna do now?